Before this episode of the podcast starts, I just want to say a couple things. Number one, Nunican's mic cut out a couple times, so I had to cut a little bit of like the parts where it was cut out. So it might sound a little bit weird every once in a while. Don't worry, it is what it is. Technical difficulties happen, especially with our not good setups. Also, it was mainly me talking in this episode, which is 100% my fault. I kept just talking, which is an issue that I need to work on because I just keep talking and talking, and then I'll like stumble on words, and I didn't let Arian talk like most of the time, which is 100% my fault. I definitely need to fix that. Please remember, we're not like professionals at this podcasting. It's 100% like a new thing. We're still getting down to this. I feel like I talk too much and Arian doesn't talk enough. I think we're gonna start implementing a rule where Arian can interrupt me because I just keep talking. Also, remember, this is coming up the podcast for small YouTubers. So, if you're a small YouTuber, you have to have 50 subs or more, and you want to be on the podcast, join the Discord link down below. There's a link, you click that, you go into the Discord server, you go into podcast submissions, and you submit your channel. Once I take a look at your channel and, watch some vids, I'll DM you and tell you, hey, I want you on the podcast, and I'll tell you when we're going to have you. It might take a while because we got a couple people on the list, so please be patient. If you don't get on the podcast for a whole nother month or two, it's completely normal because it's one episode a week and we record one episode a week, so it is what it is. And finally, please, let's see if we can get Nunican to 200 subs. He's pretty close. He's like 15, 14 away, something like that. I'm pretty sure we can get him to at least 190, but let's try to get him to 200. Alright, let's head on to the episode. Welcome back to the Coming Up podcast. Now, if you saw the last episode, Zoom, like I said before, cannot make it pretty much anymore to the podcast until maybe at some point he will be able to. We're not really 100% sure. Right now he can't though. I just want to say Arian has a delay, okay? And I want to address this because we were talking about it and I got confused why sometimes he'll wait and then respond, and it's because he has a delay. So if anybody ends up getting confused because of that, it's because he has a delay. And also, Arian's face cam right now is not working, so it's just me in this little box here. And by the way, let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this like new style that we ended up making here. I wanted to switch it up, and it definitely looks better. You can't tell me it doesn't look better. Today we have our first official guest with the official set, with the official name and everything coming up. Podcast for small YouTubers. We have our first guest. He has 184 subscribers on his main channel, and he even has a second channel with 86 subscribers. He is the creator of Quest for Quality Content, and he even has an album out called Input Entropy. Introducing Nunicantv.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro? What's up?
Glad to be here.
Hey, how you doing today, bro?
Pretty good.
Good. Arian, how you doing today?
Pretty
Doing
good.
all right.
Can't complain.
Good. YouTube been doing good for everybody here?
Yeah, I make a habit of not really looking at the stats too often. I mean, I look at my sub count, but other than that, I feel like I don't want to focus too much on the numbers and just keep making
100%,
shit.
100%. Arian, you good too, right?
I mean, I haven't been posting, but numbers-wise, I'm doing all right.
You've gained like 5 subs in the last 2 days, right?
Yeah, I haven't posted though.
Hey.
It's pretty fire. Nunican, I saw, I was looking at your channel this morning, and I just wanted to write down some things, and I saw you have a podcast. You privated every single one of the videos, but I saw the podcast playlist. Is that not going anymore or what?
Wow, you're digging deep for the research of this, huh? Yeah, well, the thing you gotta know about me, I've had a lot of projects. Most of which have, I've moved on from, or, they were fun for the time, but, they didn't really go anywhere. One of which is I started that kind of early into my channel.
Hold on. Can you say that again? You kind of cut out.
Yeah, Which part? The whole thing?
No, after you said, just go from when you said projects.
Gotcha. Uh, so one of those projects that got kind of lost over time was the Nunican Podcast, which, it was fun. Every once in a while I'd have like a guest or whatever, but it was pretty much like it wasn't super marketable, and it wasn't like it wasn't really going anywhere because it was literally just for fans of Nunicantv, which at the time, and I mean even to this day, that's a very niche market, to say the least.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
But it was fun.
Yeah, podcasts. It's like it's really weird. It's a whole lot more stressful than I thought. Like a lot more. And Arian, you could probably agree on this. Like it is hard to just find topics to talk about.
You also have issues upcoming out of nowhere.
Yeah, for real. Like Arian's face cam not working right now. Technical difficulties. Literally, probably every single episode, there's gonna be some sort of technical difficulty. Like it is what it is. It is what it is right now. I mean, especially with the equipment that we have, it's not really top tier. But you kind of got to work with it.
You can just put a picture of me on the screen. So they can look at that the whole time.
Yeah, that'll be good. Just you, not even me.
Just a real close-up of my face.
Heck yeah, 100%. Nunican, you're 18, right? Right?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Alright. So...
Just turned it in October.
So you're 18. When did you start, like, what age did you start YouTube?
Let me think here. I think it was like 9th grade, so that was like a few years ago. Probably like as early as like 14, maybe 13.
You're like I was
I deleted all those because they're bad.
Well, yeah, 100%. I was thinking about it because, bro, the way you edit, like you're really good at editing. Like really good at editing, really good at Photoshop. And like that's a fact. Like that's not even just an opinion. That is a fact, bro. This man can do some really cool edits. So like what do you use? You use Premiere Pro, right?
Yeah, I use Premiere, I use Photoshop. I'm lucky to have basically when I was a little bit younger, well, not even that much younger, just like a few years ago, I was showing a lot of interest in this stuff, and I was like, I really want to get into video editing and photo editing and all that jazz, and maybe I'll do it for a job at some point. So I was lucky enough to have parents who, yeah, go do that. So they paid for the Adobe Suite for me,
100%.
which is great. Now I have it. I use it every day.
So you're extremely good at this editing thing, you're extremely good at this Photoshop thing, and you decided to make this what's the series called? Why did I just forget? Quest for Quality Content, right?
Quest for Quality Content? Is that the one?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Quest for Quality Content where oh, by the way, Arian, I'm sorry. I'm literally not letting you get a word in. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm literally taking everything. Well, hold on. So, Nunican, you started this thing called Quest for Quality Content. I've watched every single one of them, okay? And they're pretty cool. They have a really cool concept, and they all have this concept of the way you interpret TV, right? How it's multiple things, right? So just
Right.
explain what exactly is like. I know it's probably really hard to explain what exactly is Quest for Quality Content, but like give a little summary because I know there's lore behind it too.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing for a couple reasons. One, I started it, a while ago, so over time it's kind of evolved with me, and it's turned in different directions, and some episodes are way more story based, and some episodes are more based on like actually reviewing a channel. Originally, the idea for Quest for Quality Content was going to be, okay, I wanna look at small YouTubers, maybe not as small as me, but like fairly small, and just showcase what's good about their content, what maybe could change, and just like help build each other up in that regard, and just kind of bring attention to channels that people probably never heard of. But over time, I got more and more into like the lore of things, and so there's kind of like a series of like the Nunicanon that's building up to something in the future, but I can't release too much information.
Yeah,
on that.
100%. From what I've seen so far, it looks super cool. You got, what did you have? You had like a trash can puppet. You had some leaves as a puppet. You made puppets. That's so cool.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I've used puppetry. I've used stop motion. I just like mixing stuff together. It's really cool how much you can do with video editing now, where it doesn't all have to be in one style. Like, you can do an animation and incorporate it into actual video and have it look decent. So it's all just been experimentation, and that's how I keep it exciting.
Yeah, and I saw on your Twitter now, you said that you're trying to learn 2D animation too.
Yeah, that's rough when you don't know how to draw.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I tried to, and whew.
Going. We're trying it.
Whew, you're right, it's rough when you don't know how to draw. Also, I'm drawing on a mouse, which is just like
Oh.
even worse.
That's about as rough as it gets.
Yeah. Hey, Arian, go ahead and say something, because I just feel like I'm cutting you off. Somebody's gonna end up saying something about that.
I mean, you're asking like all the questions I would be asking.
Go try and ask something.
How's life?
Nice one.
How is life? Let's think. Yeah, I mean, there's ups and downs with everything, but I feel like all you can kind of do is be okay with the fact that there's gonna be good days and bad days, and hope that there's more good days.
Facts. You're 18. Do you have a job or not?
I do not.
You don't. Hey, that's
I am
100% fine.
unemployed.
It's 100% good. You're good. Okay. So I know this is complicated, but let's just sum up Nunican to a little summary here. He's stop motion, puppets, quest for quality content. He's master at editing, master at Photoshop, and my man's a musician. He has an album called Input Entropy, which I'm gonna be honest with you, the music isn't like 100% my like style. I'm 100% like, there's people that like it. It's not my style, but there's one song on there called Pretense that I put on my playlist, because that one is my favorite one out of like all the songs on there. But god dang, like you do everything. And like the songs are like I can tell people would like those. Like will like those.
Yeah.
Like you did an amazing job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, what is the song? What is the? How do I say this? What does input entropy mean? Because you got Quest for Quality Content, which has lore.
Yeah.
You have all this stuff that's in the Nunican universe or whatever. And what does input entropy mean? I honestly don't even know what entropy means. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
So yeah, let me try and. So do you want to know like the title, or do you want to know like what the whole album as like a concept means?
I'm gonna go ahead and look up what entropy means, so you can go ahead and explain the other part.
All right. Well, so yeah, basically input entropy is a collection of like all the different influences that I've had throughout my life. So you'll notice that there's a lot of like obscure references to shit that most people wouldn't know about, like old TV shows, video games, movies, and there's a lot of samples from video games and just like it's playing with the idea of we are kind of the sum of our inputs. So the things that we experience and the art that we consume throughout our lives later comes out either in our personality or if we're artists in the art that we make in often like unrecognizable ways. So the album cover also kind of uses that because it's made out of literally I've scanned basically all the objects in my room on a flatbed scanner, overlaid them in Photoshop and put them like a blend mode on it. So like the cover goes along with that, where it's just like putting a ton of things together until they're unrecognizable.
Yeah. And this is why I wanted this man's on the podcast. Can we get a mini round of applause? That was philosophy class, bro. That was philosophy class.
What's your personal favorite track on there?
Oh yeah. Let me think. I think Pretense is up there. It's pretty, it's kind of a interlude almost. Like it's to the point. It's only one verse, and a friend of mine did the drum track for that. Shout out to Ryan from Nunicantv. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty proud of the album as a whole. It took a lot of time and a lot of effort, and sometimes, when I try and write lyrics now, I'm like, man, how did I come up with that stuff before? Because I can't come up with anything now. So I guess that's all I had.
I looked at the cover, the album cover at one point, and I just wondered I just thought it was some sort of a couple images you took off of Google and just kind of made something out of Photoshop. I didn't know you scanned them in like a thing and then laid them over in Photoshop. That I don't even know what that means. I don't even know how you do that. What is it? It says parental advisory. Oh, that's just okay. So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and go to your channel and just explore for a second. First of all, I really like your like logo thing. It's like the N with the like little shape. Like you just made that. Like it just came out of your brain. Like it looks cool, right?
Well, kind of, but it really kind of evolved over time. So here's the secret about the Nunicantv logo. When it started out, when I was first starting Nunican, it was Nunican Gamer was the name of the channel. Hence the reason why my email for the channel is Nunican Gamer. It will never be changed because that's what it was in the beginning. So I guess that's it now. But that was the channel name, was Nunican Gamer. And all I did was Let's Plays on my school-provided Chromebook with the nasaliest possible voice, using a Chrome extension called Screencastify, and I just played Super Mario World. But anyways, the logo that I used was literally Majora's Mask from Majora's Mask, the Zelda game, with literally just the text Nunican Gamer over top of it. And over time, I kind of kept with the some aspects of that, but changed it so it's an actual like a personal logo. So it's no longer just Majora's Mask, but it kept like some of the spikes and stuff from it.
Mm-hmm. See, I didn't know there was so much creativity put into this. I thought the logo just, you drew a couple things and it looked good enough. I didn't know it was like that. You're blowing me away right here. You really are.
I mean, most of the stuff isn't like super deliberate. It's just like, I'll be playing around with photos and shit, and then eventually I'll come up with something and it's like, okay, yeah, I guess that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of just keep going. And a lot of times I'll do something and it's like, man, this is shit. I don't want to use this. And I'll just put it away for a while, and then later I'll be working on something else and I'll be like, what if I drag this old thing in here? Maybe it will not look bad. And then, that can go from there.
Okay, so I know you have a second channel. I haven't seen anything on the second channel. I just know you have one. And I just looked at your channels page, and you have two other ones. One of them is Nunican Gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Which is probably a great one. And the other one is the Dreamcast. Is that your channel or somebody else's?
So that's another lost page out of Nunican history. The Dreamcast was a podcast that I did with another YouTuber friend of mine, JBoss TVOK. And basically, we would go on websites like Yahoo Answers and all sorts of sites like that and find people who are like, hey, I want you to interpret my dream. And we'd find like really weird, messed up dreams that people had, or just like really stupid stuff. And we would basically just make fun of them and like try and find some dumb meaning out of their dreams. So that was a fun time. But we haven't done an episode in a while. I do miss it though.
I think you should go back. You should
Nope.
try that. Try it again, because that sounds really interesting. I might have to listen to one at some point.
Yeah, let me know what you think. I'm gonna try and start it back up at some point, but it all kind of depends on, the co-host and making sure that it's kind of a group thing that we both really want to do it, because I don't want to like drag him back into it if he's like, man, thank God that's over.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing with this podcast, because obviously all of our schedules have to line up, right? And then the guest schedule has to line up, and then like sometimes I feel like I'm happy with the episode, but I always think like, was Arian happy with the episode? Was Zoom happy with the episode? And now Zoom isn't even like he's still part of the podcast, because he can come back anytime he wants. I still have all the designs, if you will, for when he does. I can put his face cam, whatever, right? It's all good, except for the fact that now he has a job and he's working more. Now he can't be part of like all this, so our schedules don't line up. Like everything always messes up like that. I 100% get that. Is there a delay right now?
I don't know, is there? I was trying to think of things to say.
I thought there was a delay. I thought one of you was still listening.
Yeah. I was listening. I was just like, oh fuck, am I supposed to say something now?
See, that's the thing about podcasts. It's always like, oh, it's my turn to speak.
Right.
Yeah. I did want to ask you, how the frick do you have 220 followers on Twitter, but only 184 subs?
I'll tell you something here. I would not recommend the thing that I've done.
Oh, gosh.
During closer to the beginning of my channel, because you'll notice that it's not as though I have a ton of active followers on Twitter. I don't get like, 200 likes every time I post something or like retweets or anything. That is because someone gave me the bright idea when I was first starting out my Twitter account to grow my channel. I should, find a ton of other people and just follow them, and then maybe they'd follow me back. And they do, but they don't actually pay attention to when I post anything. So now I'm following 666 people, and I have 220 followers. And none of them give a shit about what I do.
I mean, it's not... See, that's not as bad as something some people will do, though. Like, I don't know if you've heard of...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do any botting or anything.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of these people that... They go onto these live streams that are sub-for-sub live streams, and there's, like, code words and everything. Like,
there's code words?
Yeah, they'll... Legit, you can look this up. Like, they'll ask you, send me a package. and that means subscribe. And then
That's
if they ask
ridiculous.
you, send me a full package, that means like, subscribe, and like comment, okay? And then they'll tell you that they sent a package or a full package. And sometimes they won't use the word package, sometimes they'll use the word bananas.
What the?
I know, right? Like, they might as well just start talking about cucumbers. Like, what's going on here, bro? But, like, you can go to those and you can gain subs like that. There's, like, 100 people in those, like, just ready for somebody to type in chat, give me a package. Like, what? What is this?
Yeah, the thing about that is sub for sub just doesn't work. Like, people have done research on it, and like, if you get subs by, that means you're not gonna retain any viewership, really, unless you have, like, really good content and people actually want to see it. Usually, in sub for sub streams, what'll happen is, it'll be a ton of small YouTubers in there that just sub to, like, 50 people so they can get sub back. And then, obviously, they don't care about your channel, they're just trying to get theirs up. So I think what you guys are doing with this podcast and just with, kind of building communities of small YouTubers, it's much more beneficial because people actually go and check it out. They don't just, they're not just going there for their own gain. They go there so that they can meet people and kind of become a part of the community. So I appreciate what you guys are doing with this podcast. I think this will be pretty cool.
And the thing is, what you just said, it like, nobody can even say that's not true, because that literally got backed up by facts today. Arian, when you posted the podcast today, which, by the way, mine's going to be posted tomorrow because I didn't have internet and I don't want to post at 9 o'clock. But when your video got posted, I gained 1 sub instantly, and somebody instantly joined the Discord server.
Boom.
Oh, that's great.
Like lightning fast. Legit, I saw your notification, and then I saw a notification for the Discord server. You got any advice, Nunican, for the small YouTubers that may or may not be watching this?
Well, I can't do too much advice as far as, like, actual how to grow on YouTube goes. I feel like I'd be a little bit disingenuous because, I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and I feel like as far as the marketing goes and the growing community stuff, I'm not super knowledgeable in that, and I feel like that's partially why I haven't grown more, but I can give some advice as far as just quality goes, and that's just surround yourself with people who do different things and try and learn different things if you're interested in them, because you can always kind of link them back to each other. So for example, like I have friends who are like rappers or like producers and stuff, and I'll learn some stuff from them and I'll learn some stuff from online, and then I have that skill, and if I need music for a video and I'm like, man, I don't want to go searching for copyright free music for like an hour, then I'll just make a beat real quick and put it in the background. It's just, you can always kind of link things together, and a lot of times there's combinations that you really wouldn't expect. So I say don't go, if you're trying to like improve your content and improve your style, just kind of experiment with new things and don't treat it too much like just a grind and just like I need to put out like 50 videos a week. Treat it more like just kind of doing what's interesting to you and having fun with it, and I think you'll go farther.
I think that's what I messed up on at the beginning of my YouTube journey, if you will, and that's what Arian didn't mess up on. Because Arian, at the beginning of hold on, I mean it's better if Arian goes ahead and explains it. Arian, because the way you started off was like slow, but then it just hit like 300 subs out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, so I mainly just spread the channel to my friends, and they usually helped out with content here and there, and then as time went on, my meme page grew, and I spread it over to there, and got a bunch of different people to come from there. And then, of course, itch.io helps out a lot, too.
Yeah. But that's 100% where Arian went right. Because, bro, I was watching Arian's videos. Because, okay, so Arian hit me up, right? and he was like,
Yeah.
"All right, I've seen your content. Do you want to collab?" And as soon as I like saw him, I was like, "Oh gosh, it's another one of these," because I literally get like at least 4 a month of just scam ones, like scamming, right? But Arian actually sent me his channel. So I was like, oh, okay. So I clicked on his channel. I saw that he actually had subs and he had videos. I'm like, all right. And, like, I watched the video and I'm like, this guy's entertaining. He's actually funny. Like, he's funnier than most people I watch, honestly. Like, some people that I watch, I just watch them because I like their communities, but they're not necessarily that funny.
Yeah.
Arian is hilarious, and I know Arian's trying to stay humble right now, but bruh, he is hilarious, right? And then we started collabing, and then the podcast and everything, and I mean, so far I guess it's going great, but that's where he went right. Nunican, I saw your tweet about the election, so obviously you were talking about how you're not the kind of person to talk to because you give dumb opinions or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like most people, I mean, politics is the type of thing where you can do a shit ton of research and still end up being factually wrong just because of how, like, I mean, obviously there's fake articles and just, like, misleading news distributors and stuff like that, and it always feels like no matter which side I'm going with, I just kind of end up uh, being indoctrinated into some sort of ideology, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna accept the fact that I'm probably not gonna know what the objective truth is for most things. I'm just gonna be like, your opinion might be right. You know, I'm probably wrong. Let's just go from there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, me and Arian are not old enough to vote, and I genuinely don't understand anything about politics. I just like the memes, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. Love the election memes. Gotta love that. But also hate how I wake up to Twitter screaming at any person from either side. How the frick did you come across my channel if you're a platformer type guy? Because you messaged me a while ago. I'm talking when I did Roblox videos.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let me show you behind the curtain here of sometimes how I make acquaintances on YouTube. Here's the secret. There's this website called Channel Crawler, which basically you can put in certain keywords and you can put in subscriber counts and you can put in like language, so you can basically just narrow down a search by certain parameters. And a lot of times I'll just scroll through there under like under 1,000, you know, just channels under 1,000 with different keywords to see what pops up. And sometimes I find people and I'm like, hey, this person looks like they're doing something pretty cool and no one's talking about it. But other times, and let me just say, most of the time it's really amateurs who you know need some time, and I look at the sub count and I'm like, yeah, that's about right. But every once in a while I come across the channel and I'm like, man, this person's actually really entertaining. I'm surprised they don't have more subs. And then I subscribe and sometimes I message them.
You found my Roblox videos entertaining?
I don't think the one that I saw was a Roblox video.
It might have not. You know what? What?
Hmm.
It might have been my like 10 subscribers special or something.
I know that the first one I saw from you may have not even been a gaming video, but I watched like a couple of them. I think one of them was like a vlog, and then I think I just thought your personality and your editing style was like, yeah, this person's probably going places. You just have like one of those personalities where I'm like, this seems like the personality a YouTuber would have, you know?
Hey, thank you. Yeah, the vlog was a 10 subscriber photo shoot. Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Yeah, we don't talk about that one. That one is a rough one. Arian has a couple rough ones too.
Hey, we've all been there.
I was scrolling through Arian's videos and found a couple one of his school project videos.
It's like a last minute idea too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, better than nothing, honestly. Probably better than anybody's in that class. Do you have a certain video that like made you like kind of go up a whole lot more than you anticipated?
Honestly, I think it's been it's been a slow crawl. I haven't really been super surprised by like, oh, I posted this video and now I got like 50 more subscribers. It's usually like, oh, I posted a video and then like a week later I'm like, oh, a notification, 2 more people subscribed. Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like my channel's just been crippled. I don't know what's happened. I think
I
YouTube
mean, I mean,
doesn't like me.
Well, maybe, but like all your videos, they have some sort of like element to them. Like when you watch them, anybody that will watch one of these videos will instantly know, okay, there's something going on here, and I feel like it's you kind of have that nerve to just subscribe and see what comes next.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how it goes with your channel. And there's a whole lot of diversity, so I wouldn't say there's something for everyone, but there's definitely something for most people here.
Yeah.
With the
It's basically an excuse just to try different things. So I understand partially why I haven't grown a whole ton, because I've spent more time diversifying than I have actually like narrowing down on one specific series. And that doesn't grow as quickly as what I'm doing. But I'm having too much fun to stop, so we're still going.
Oh yeah, 100% go with the fun. Cause like even if you're not growing, I feel like if enough people knew about the Nunican TV channel, you would have a whole lot more subs. Because personally, at least me, I like somebody that just goes out and like they'll have a video about a water bottle and next day they have a video about a piece of paper, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's just completely different, right? And like even your Nunican Fall Extravaganza, a 2-hour long banger, bro. That was fun to watch. Okay, I was there for the premiere. It has 143 views. It's doing pretty good.
That.
You
Yeah, that one did
really
pretty
good for
decent.
that. You definitely did really good with that. I really liked your the start. It was like different Halloween clips or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have like different YouTubers doing different things, because I guess does that technically incorporate with the quest for quality content stuff or not?
In a way, well, actually, for this specific extravaganza, it's technically canon to Quest for Quality Content because Dark Nunican is hosting. Oh boy, and he's pretending to be me. But anyways,
Oh yeah, true.
in a way, it's kind of in a similar vein to QQC, where it's like I want to showcase some other YouTubers, but in this case, it's not like me looking at their channel as a whole. It's like people submit their videos, and then I air them along with the 2-hour special, and hopefully people cross over.
Yeah. I really do like when you said the Dark Nunican thing. It really does just remind me of, like Markiplier and his Darkiplier thing. But I genuinely like it.
That.
I genuinely like it because Markiplier has its own like universe of different like people, and you have your own universe of just a whole different world called what, Nunica, right? It's called Nunica.
Well, in a way, yeah. I guess. Yeah, you could say that. You could say it's called Nunica.
Let me guess. There's some lore behind it, and it's not called Nunica. That's what you're telling me here. But like I really
Well,
go for it. I mean, if you want to explain it, go ahead, spill it.
all will be explained later.
All right, that's completely fine.
The time will come.
But yeah, like it's really cool because you have this dark Nunican persona, you have these puppets, you have this universe that I don't know. For my interpretation, changes every single one of the episodes or whatever. And it really is like really entertaining and really cool. In the extravaganza, you also did like taste tests with candy,
Oh yeah.
and you were there with somebody, and I've seen that person in your videos before. Don't they do YouTube too? Who is it? And they
That
do
is
YouTube,
Ryan,
right?
and he runs Nunicantv. He said he wanted to do YouTube, but he didn't want to start his own channel. So I was like, you know what? You can just run Nunicantv. So
Oh,
that's his thing.
that makes sense. Yeah, that I think that's pretty much it about Nunican. I really liked your green screen edits, by the way. I do
Thank
want
you.
to compliment you on that. I was watching it, and when you were like every single time there was one of those, I was just sitting there like trying to think like how did he do that? But I mean I sort of know how you did it, but I don't. It's probably super simple, and I just don't know. But yeah, I think that was pretty good about that was pretty good episode with Nunicantv. I want all of you to go down in the description and subscribe to Nunicantv. Okay, try to get him to 200. Okay, he's at what? He's at 185 right now. That is 15 subs. I think we can get him to at least 90. Right? We can definitely get him to at least 90. So.
Sure.
Let's attempt to get him to 100, okay? Like I said, go down below and subscribe to Nunican. Go ahead and follow him on Twitter and check out his music, okay? All the links are down below. I'll even put the second channel link down below just because. Go ahead and check all those things out.
Hey.
Again, try to get this man to 100 subs. At least 90. I know we can do 90. There's absolutely no way we can't do 90. But let's attempt to get him to 100 subs. Please go subscribe to Nunican. This has been a fun podcast episode. I hope you guys are liking what the podcast is looking like now. I think this is how it's going to look like for the remainder. Well, obviously with Arian's face cam, unfortunately, technical difficulties. It happens. It is what it is. And yeah, if you want to check out this channel, go ahead and check out that too, because I would say you might have a good time watching my videos too. And make sure to check out Arian, because you'll have a good time watching him too. Everything is down below. And yeah, peace.